right, so I see some beds in the next room, and they look very soft.
Yes. By the way, you took 20 gold pieces off of the corpse of that goblin.
Well,
That's super
listen,
important.
I'll make sure to...
Oh, I see. Is that for the company?
Yeah.
No, Jim demands... Listen, Jim did all the work there.
Yeah.
This is Jim's face, by the way.
Oh.
He has a monocle?
No, he doesn't have a monocle.
Oh. You need a monocle so whenever anything crazy happens, and a cummerbund, so the thing can go, and then his cummerbund can go... That's awesome.
All right, well, anyway, yeah, I'm seeing an opportunity to get my daily power back on one of those filthy...
beds.
One of those filthy straw-filled beds.
Yeah, when you sort of pile into this room to see what's going on, catch a glimpse of maybe the goblin who ran away.
Are we seeing a blood trail? Like he was pretty hurt.
You might see little splatters of blood here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, and they seem to be going off in this direction to a pair of open double doors that are still, even now, just starting to swing closed.
Like saloon doors.
Exactly.
Some subterranean saloon. And what do we have here on the left?
On the left, you have another set of closed double doors. Both these doors look like they're a little bit, swollen with moisture. There are also two really cruddy-looking beds with sort of lice hopping up and down on them that the goblins apparently were using, these two goblins.
Hey, listen.
Perception
man.
roll.
Nice job.
I'm not walking into an empty room again. I'm not going to do it every
You're under
round.
the beds, I know it.
9 plus 2 equals 11.
Here,
You're like, what blood trail?
I'm going to rock that perception as well.
Okay.
And I don't do it. But I definitely flip these beds over
Okay.
with my mace.
You see that the goblins have put sort of all kinds of unsavory collectibles under their beds.
Pokemon cards. And
Yes, Pokemon cards.
Hey, is that a competing product?
All kinds of things.
Playgob.
You see little brown nuggets of something or other.
Oh.
Then why are they keeping that?
And
Weird little idols.
keeps them warm at night.
Their evil god, I don't know.
There's all kinds of nasty things.
So, but
nothing in the
they haven't put
laundry.
their gym collection
Baubles,
safe.
but
Okay.
nothing valuable. You do get the sense that they do use these two sets of doors out of this room quite a bit. Obviously, if you were to
A lot of foot traffic.
a goblin ran through,
Yeah.
it'd be the open.
A lot of foot traffic though. We're probably near the kitchen.
In fact, if you want to make a perception check, you
I
can
was
as
just
well.
about to. So, 13.
Yeah, you guys, other than your best inkling of where the goblin went, you don't hear anything, you don't see anything. There's
well,
nobody here.
I would like to cast light on my do I have a staff? How do I know if I have a staff? Oh, I have a quarterstaff. I would like to cast light on my quarterstaff.
Excellent. You now have a light source on the tip of your staff.
With a wave of my hand, you cause a brilliant light to appear on the tip of your staff upon some other object or in a nearby space.
There you go.
Right, I like it.
All right. If you guys are going to
Just
go
like it.
down the stairs in pursuit of the goblin, I'm going to erase this map.
Yeah,
I'm going to
we-
take some pictures.
Yeah, we're gonna go after.
Let's
the
move
goblin.
after.
Oh, yeah.
We can send in
He
Team
may
B.
lead you to Irontooth.
Yeah.
You never know.
I still hold that he is Iron Tooth. They came out to see us up front. like an evil maitre d'.
What you know of goblins would tell you that that's probably unlikely. They tend to be cowardly, conniving little buggers.
Well, that guy is more powerful than any member of our party.
Yes.
Well, except with the exception of Jim.
All right. Take it easy, Jim.
He's down, Tiger.
Yes. Don't get a big head or anything, though, because can't roll 20s forever.
Those ones are coming.
There is at least 5 ones on this dice. At least. I don't even see a 12.
The map continues. Indulge me here while I'm just drawing pretty pictures.
So that's our saloon doors?
Yes. These are the doors you're going to pass through. There's a staircase that sort of descends immediately down, 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 down.
All right. So we need to check this out, Dwarf. Come report back to us. We'll be at the top of the stairs.
Very good. Now, does perception rolls, does that include checking for traps?
Yes.
And the like?
It's one roll.
It's all one. You're sort of troubled a little bit by what you see ahead, only because there seems to be choices to be made. It descends down into a corridor, the walls of which are kind of made of loose fitting stones with black mildew growing between them. And you can see that
They should have caught that in the
there's a
inspection.
smell coming up from here, and it's not pleasant. It smells like something died.
Ugh.
Maybe a long time ago, but it's not good.
All right, well,
On perception.
take us in, helmsman.
That
You can put the dudes back in play. Thank you.
Ooh!
Jim is not going in front.
No.
That's a 16 perception roll.
That is pretty darn good.
Thank you, for once.
My mother always said that I had good perception rolls.
Did she?
No. If she did, I couldn't detect it.
Oh!
With your 16 perception roll, you are able to see that the goblin's blood trail seems to hook to the right.
Immediately or further down?
Immediately.
All right, well, I call back to my brothers-at-arms and say I found the trail of the goblin blood. And the little son of SOB is heading down this path here.
And also with your roll...
What?
Jim's a real douchebag.
What? Let me see.
Jim's going to try something here.
You also hear something.
What's that?
Not coming from down that way, but coming from down this way. You hear a sound like...
They might be doing it.
Jim wants to try something.
All right.
Before he follows you in here. Mm-hmm. So where am I at right now? I'm at the bottom of the stairs?
You can be...
You're where you want to be.
Okay, I'm at the bottom of the stairs. I'm going to cast Ghost Sound.
Okay.
And let's just make a sound somewhere in the center of the room.
Okay.
What sound?
With a wink, Jim creates an illusory sound that emanates from somewhere close by. Do I get to decide what type of sound?
Yeah. You should.
I would like for it to be the sound of a party's footsteps.
Nice.
Ooh.
Very good.
This isn't my first... Well, actually, this is my first time, but...
To the dance. To the dungeon dance.
That seems to garner a reaction from whatever is making that moaning sound to the left there.
I am incredibly proud.
I am
doesn't fuck around.
super impressed.
You have gotten some attention and some interest, and you see some creatures wander into view.
Some interest in our IPO.
I'm going to put these guys out. You see these emaciated, crumply, black-skinned, undead
Well, you guys know what these are?
zombies.
Well, yeah,
They're moaning and...
they should make our cleric happy.
And they come out and just sort of look around as if anticipating to see something that isn't there. And now we roll initiative.
Stupid zombies.
So everybody roll a d20, add your initiative bonus. Hey,
Oh, again with the crappy roll.
Oh, plus
Good, yeah, actually.
Whoa!
Oh.
20, motherfuckers.
He's back on top.
all right.
Mine's
So
15.
Jim
That's
rolled a
26.
20.
Yeah.
Omen, how'd you do?
Decent, 17.
Back at the bottom with 15.
All right.
Maybe I've beaten the monsters this time around.
Jim, you're first up.
All right. Jim,
You see that these zombies look like they're almost just sort of falling apart. They're so old and decrepit.
okay. Now, Scorching Burst would hit both of them, correct? It's an area burst.
Yes.
Intense. Targets each creature in burst.
Okay.
So it's a standard action, area burst, one within 10 squares.
What that means is it's something that you lob out from you. It explodes out from you in an area burst 1. So you pick the square that it lands in, and it affects everything. It affects that square and out to 1 square around it.
So you can get them both.
And what does the 10 mean?
That's how far away you can cast.
Oh,
You
I
can
see.
start the dot.
Okay,
So it's a burst 1 area out to 10.
Okay, so I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
do.
you can easily get them both.
I'm gonna do Scorching Blast,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do it on this guy
And catch him.
and catch him in it.
Awesome.
So I roll my attack first,
You do.
which is 9 plus 4.
Okay.
Versus reflex.
And you attack every creature that's in that burst. So the first guy is 9 plus 4 is 13 against his
Versus reflex.
reflex. That's a hit.
These are zombies, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you make another attack roll for the second guy.
Oh, I have to make 2.
But if you'd missed the first one, you'd really had
Yeah, because...
hit.
13 again.
All right, you hit them both.
Alright, so now I do 1d6 plus 4 fire damage. 6. So that's 10.
All right, they both take the same damage, and
A vertical column of golden flames erupts and burns all within.
you incinerate them both, and they collapse into heaps of flesh and bone.
Jeez.
Jim thinks that you guys are pretty fucking lucky he's here.
And you hear more sort of moaning sounds from that chamber.
We'll wait, Jim, if you want to.
Yeah,
You know.
seriously.
Whatever's best for you.
Rinse and repeat.
I'm a one-man in this instance.
It's in heroic mode. So
now
you're saying there's more moaning down that corridor?
Yes, so now it's Omen's turn.
4.
What do I see?
Good question. You see
You see the evil crypt.
You do see something that looks very crypt-like and sepulchral.
Is it a crypt?
Yes. And it's full of walking corpses.
Sepulcher.
You gotta throw in the big words, keep you on your toes.
If you were the Horde, you'd know how to say
Now, does the new
I
set...
thought it was a sepulchre.
No.
Does the new...
What?
There's a CH in there, I understand. Does the new set come with a dictionary, like a Webster's or something like that?
No.
It's seriously not sepulchre? How do you say it?
Sepulcher.
Sepulchre?
Yep.
It's weird. Anyway, so we're talking... It's the classic look, right? The look everybody's trying to get for this year's dungeon.
They've been reading Sepulchre Home daily.
Oh, righty. Let's see.
Sepulchre and Garden.
I'll use this guy. Okay. There are 5.
What the?
More zombie
my
creatures in this
God.
room.
What, in two S&M zombies there in the back?
These front 3 are like the ones you just incinerated. They're barely holding together, just pieces of rotting flesh hanging on shambling forms. The ones at the back, the S&M ones as you choose to call them, look like
Dark gods.
they seem better, what's the word I'm looking for, preserved.
I see.
They're still emaciated and clearly dead, but it looks like they've held up better than the other 3, and consequently they look tougher. So, you only moved. You have another attack action should you wish to use it.
I still have 2 movements, too. I still have 2 spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta save that. I have something for they asked, but it's not ready.
This is for you. I drew that for you. About when you took a bolt in your
I love
chest
it.
from me.
I love it. I'm gonna put it in a place of prominence. Okay. So these guys are ready to go. Wow, there's a lot of them.
There sure are.
Okay.
Aren't you like super good against these guys?
I can, but I need them to be in close.
Okay, so go in there.
If you want me
I don't
to, I
have too
can
much
gather
spaces.
them.
I only have 2 more spaces, and you absolutely should. So right now, I'm gonna take a step back here.
There's also something that you can do in D&D, and it's called a readied action. This was true of 3rd edition as well, and that is you can say, okay, I've taken my move, I'm going to ready my attack for when X happens, or when this condition happens, then I'm going to attack. It's like you're holding your attack for a moment.
Interesting.
So you could say, I'm going to ready an attack that I'm going to use when, like, 2 of the zombies are within range of whatever effect I want to do. So you can say, I'm gonna ready to turn undead when the zombies get close enough to me.
Okay, I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
I'm gonna save it. Right now, I'm just gonna throw out the Lance of Faith
Perfect.
on this target. Right, actually, on this target here.
All right. Lance of Faith, I believe, deals radiant damage.
It does.
Is that true?
It deals radiant damage.
You'll be pleased to know that radiant damage and undead do not get along.
They don't mix.
Undead take more damage from radiant
Incredible.
than other creatures do.
Well, he's gonna love this. That is 14 plus 3, 17.
Against his
Reflex.
That hits.
Yeah, he should be hosed.
Yeah, these guys are not good at getting out of the way. What dice do you
I
need?
need a D8.
There you are.
Thank you. Ow.
Wow.
So it's 14. Oh, excuse me, just 4. And whatever plus they take.
Okay, they take another 5 points of damage on top of that.
Okay, well, it's not
Your
a
Lance
complete
of
loss.
Faith burns a hole clean through his chest. He sort of looks down, stares at it for a moment, and then he collapses into a mushy heap of flesh.
There's just not much. There's not much there to these guys.
These decrepit
Yeah.
zombie rotters, they just literally fall down very easily, almost with a single hit. And so you're very happy.
Well, you're right about that.
Binwin,
Yes.
your turn.
All right.
Can I go to work?
It's time for me to gather these up for you to really just... So, I'm a little further away from the map here.
Fine,
There you
get
go.
you there.
Put me right there. Now, I was looking over my power to see if I had any kind of a charge, but I guess I don't.
All characters have the ability to charge. Basically, it is an attack. It is a standard action. It's an attack which incorporates some move into it. You have to move at least 2 squares to do it, You can't charge if you're only 1 square away.
Okay.
So you can move there and then, charge up
charge.
to one of these guys
Yeah.
and attack at the same time. So which guy would you like to charge up to?
Well, do I have enough to reach that guy in the middle?
This guy?
No, I don't, right?
Yes, you
he's
do.
okay. Yeah, I'm going to charge him.
Okay.
Will my cleave hit the other guy?
Only if you charge to there.
Then let's do that.
Oh wait, no, you can't use your cleave. A charge is always a basic
attack.
Gotcha.
attack.
All right.
So you can't use any special power.
So I'm just going to charge him and then smack him with them all.
All right.
Wish me luck, guys.
You're going to hit.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, you're easily going to hit. Roll your damage.
This is where I'm confused. If I'm not doing a special attack, is this just my weapon?
Yeah.
What am I
weapon-
looking
weapon-
at?
Let me show you. Weapon damage. Wow.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
so
those are basic.
plus 6 with them all.
You got
and
it.
damage is 2d6 plus 3. So it's 6 plus 3 is 9.
All right, you destroy him.
Dust.
All right, the zombies finally get to go. Well, this one just shambles right over to the dwarf. And he just tries to slam you with his meaty fist. And he rolls a 13 versus your AC. I assume that misses.
That ain't gonna cut it.
No, I got a 17 AC.
Okay. This zombie will move up over the corpse of his fallen comrade. And, let's see. He is going to try to grab you.
Wow.
What?
He makes a zombie grab. This is an attack versus your fortitude.
All right, no problem.
19 plus 4 is
shite.
23.
He gets a
He got it.
Okay, you are grabbed by this zombie. Then his buddy walks up and punches you in the face. You're a little bit easier to hit right now.
Yeah.
Because you're.
You might say.
However, he rolls very poorly. Even with bonuses and all, he's not going to hit you.
Good.
So you're very happy about that. These zombies thought they had a plan.
They're gonna get scorched. I'm not a prophet, but I
Okay.
got a sense.
And then it is Jim's turn.
Jim's ready.
I'm liking that name more and more with every attack.
Jim, let's see, how far can I move?
6.
6.
These guys are dead. Can I stand on their
move
dead
through them.
bodies?
Yeah, you can. You just push them aside.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I could also do burning hands and just. Oh, but they'll hit him.
Yeah, because he is being grabbed,
Right.
any sort of ranged attack you make is likely to hit him.
Okay, I'm gonna do scorching burst then.
Okay.
So
It is basically a 3x3 square, as we talked about earlier.
so if I hit this guy, these two guys can get hit.
If you plant it here,
Oh,
it's going to get all these square. Yes.
So I plant it here, and then both those guys can.
And so will the dwarf.
Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah, he is tough.
I'll be all right.
I can get.
Okay.
I like the cavalier way he just, wrote you off.
No, he's not concerned about me at all because he's not separating how he feels about me as a person from my character, and he would let me die in real life.
Yeah.
I know this.
Absolutely.
It's all right.
Dwarves
So
are fireproof, right?
my attack. I'm gonna attack.
All right. You attack each target separately, so let's say
So the
he's
first
the
one
first one.
is
Start left.
13.
13 is a hit.
So
Let's
do I
this
do
guy.
damage first? Or no, I do all my
Let's-
attacks
Yeah, let's
first.
resolve all the hits first. Oh, that's a miss.
Miss.
That's the one that's grabbing the dwarf too.
And another or not, it's a 6, so 10.
That's a hit. And now against the dwarf.
It's awesome.
Oh, natural
Hey, I
one.
missed you on purpose. That's
Right.
That's the kind of control Jim has.
Over the dark forces.
All right, so you hit 2 of them, this guy and this guy. You roll damage once, and we'll apply it to both of them.
1d6 plus 4 damage. 6.
This guy will go down in flames. This guy will just take some damage, and he's still standing.
Okay.
At this point in time, I would like to just briefly mention, for the record, that you have dispatched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zombie rotters. All of those guys are, in 4th edition, what we call minions. It's a special class of monster
Okay, so they're not.
that are designed to go down in a hit. To sort of give you that stormtrooper feel, Bam, goes down. Viscerally, pretty exciting to have lots of corpses lying around the battlefield.
And they were corpses actually before we killed them.
What's that?
So
Well, yeah, but they're not walking around anymore.
technically, they might actually be like 10 corpses or like 5 double.
On the other hand, the 2 zombies that are still standing are a type of monster called Brute, which is
A real asshole.
Real son of a bitch.
More like sacks of hit points. They're
Oh, I see.
They're
They're
designed to
elites.
sort of take a beating.
Yeah.
As opposed to other types of monsters, which are like artillery, controllers, lurkers, soldiers. Monsters have different sort of roles, so that when I'm a DM and I'm putting together encounters, I can sort of combine different types of monsters to get sort of different effects.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry for that little.
No,
aside.
but that's what's going on. Those guys are designed to be laid to waste.
We know we suck, all right, dude.
Yes.
You don't have to point out how you've created special monsters to go down easy for
this
us.
party.
For this ridiculous one rollers over here.
So Jim just proved his manhood. Omen, what are you going to do?
You're gonna love this. Although they might not. I'm going to turn undead.
Splendid.
All right, I'm fine with that.
What is that doing?
Let me see if I hit.
Yes, that's the key, first of all. This guy first.
That's 14 against Will.
That's a hit. Rule defense, not their thing.
15 against
Hit.
Will. Okay, so now I deal a D10. If I could have one of those.
Oh, yes.
I deal a D10 plus 3 to each creature.
Right.
And it's radiant damage, so they take extra damage from
I'll
it.
take 5 extra on top of that.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
max
10.
damage.
Ouch.
So what's the
The zero
total?
is
It's 8. Yeah, it's 18.
18 with the 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
they
8.
each take 18.
Yeah, they each take 18. And I can move them if I want.
Yes, you can. What's the actual, what does it actually say?
It says D10 plus 3 radiant damage, and you can push the target 6 squares.
Okay.
Wow.
The target is immobilized until the end of your next turn.
Excellent. So you can put, that means you can push them away from you up to 6 spaces if you so choose. You don't have to. It's your option. You can move them individually, so you could like push one guy 3 squares and another guy, all 6 if you
Okay.
want.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, they're actually in a good position.
The dwarf is actually...
They're in a good position for him to cleave them. So I actually want them where they're situated. Unfortunately.
If you push this guy, you will break his grab on the dwarf.
Oh, he's still gripped.
Yeah.
So help me.
He's got the dwarf by the scruff of the
Here,
neck.
then I'll just blast them both
Punching him in
back
the
once.
head. Okay.
I'll just blast them both back one square, break
You
the
are no
grip,
longer grab.
Yeah!
and then they're still in the configuration he can cleave.
Yes. That's perfect. And Binwin.
All right.
I take it you're going to move up and
Look what these bastards see coming right at him right
That's
now.
hot. Ultra Nordic. Is this the shield of his father or something?
Yeah.
It's Jim.
Okay, so it's time for some cleave action. What happened to my character sheet? It's junior high all over again. The game has become secondary to my art. All right.
Yeah, this is more fun.
See what I'm saying? This is when a non-professional Gen Con DM would be like, "Pay attention, Scott," and then you, as my friend, would be like, "Shut up! Draw my character, now draw mine." But see, you've got a buddy that already draws. All right,
So you've already drawn Jim, and now you're drawing the close-up?
I really like Jim's face.
Oh,
That's
16.
By the way, I did not have a chance to mention this one here. This one here is bloodied.
Okay,
All right.
great.
Well,
He's under
very good.
participants.
So,
Yeah.
16 plus 6.
16 plus 6 is going to mess him up. Really damage.
8 plus 3,
11.
11.
Ow.
And the adjacent to him takes 3 damage.
Right. Okay. Not only did you sort of mess him up, although he's still on his feet, you also bloodied that guy.
Awesome.
Okay, so they're in a bad way at this point.
So it would seem. It is their turn. They are going to hack at the dwarf. Mercilessly, if they can. The first one rolled a 17 versus AC.
Well, it is my AC.
Then that's a hit.
So a tie is a hit.
Yes, it is. Does 6 points of damage to you. The other one missed.
I'll work it out. It's no problem.
And now
You got
it
it?
is Jim's turn.
Fuck yeah, it's Jim's turn. Jim came to regulate. It was a good day. He didn't have to use his magic missile
This
today.
wand.
Okay. So we got 2 left, and they're both bloodied.
They are.
Jim is going to Scorching Burst again.
That's a good call.
So I'm going to hit this guy.
The classic target. You can target.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to hit this guy. Because then it won't hit the...
Yeah, if you plant it behind them, you'll hit both of them, but not the dwarf.
Awesome.
Because you can play an empty space.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll do that.
Yep.
Not that I care that much about you.
Yeah, you could hit the dwarf again if you want.
Oh, that's so close to an 18. So that's only 8 plus their reflex.
That does not hit the reflex of 9.
But that's one hit.
That's one guy, right?
Yeah, right. So you have to make the other one. Oh, sadness.
Jim was thinking about
Natural ones. There have been a lot of those. So the zombies somehow do not take any fire damage.
They
And
ducked.
it is Omen's turn.
All right. Well, I'm back to let you know I can really shake him down. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna rush up and whack this guy on the left,
Okay.
the severely damaged one, with my powerful healing strike.
Splendid.
What is this? Wait a minute. We're on audio. What a wonderful natural 20.
It was not. It had a 2 in it,
It did have a 2 in it.
but the 0 was in front of the 2. Fucking incredible.
Okay.
These dice are loaded.
They are. These are these.
Isn't it like in Vegas? Can't we demand a change in dice?
Well, I'm just gonna start using another dice. This is a criminal dice.
So
All right.
while Omen is sad, Binwin, what would you like to do?
Thank you. Well, now I can cleave as often as I want.
As often as you want.
Well, let's do it again. Let's not, as they say, fuck around.
I like it. I think it's gonna happen.
I think so too. So that's a 16 versus armor class.
It is indeed. And you're hitting like a real weak one, right? That
Yeah.
has been
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoop. Ooh, 10. Plus
Down
3,
he
13.
And his friend takes another 3.
Right.
That's it. Congratulations, blue cards.
Okay. And we come to the bad guy. He is again going to try to maul the dwarf. And he missed.
Nice.
And Jim.
Jim.
Chance at redemption.
Jim is just going to go ahead and arcane missile this last guy.
Okay.
Or magic missile. Sorry.
It's all the same stuff.
It's a missile. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my wand of accuracy.
I mean, you can rename your spells whatever you want. Jim's wondrous.
Jim's magic missile. Alright. Jim's
Jim's
magic missile
bolt of exuberance.
plus my wand of accuracy.
Sorry.
Yes.
I keep kicking you somehow.
18
Whoa.
plus 2 plus 4.
Look out.
Plus
him.
love.
I hit him.
And,
and I
2d4?
roll 2d4. A 1 and a 3, so that's 4. Do I still add the plus 2 for my wand?
That's just on the attack.
That's not now.
Oh, okay, so it's 4 plus 4 is 8.
Okay, that does him in.
Bam.
That's how Jim rolled.
And these were not the minions.
No.
No.
These were the brutes.
No, we clean this place out. Ouch.
All right.
So much.
Yeah.
You can see that there is the passageway does continue through this room into what appears to be another area, or you can sort of go back and explore where you think the goblin might have gone. That's
Which one
entirely
did
up
the
to
goblin
you.
go down?
This room, yeah.
It does not appear, just a casual inspection, that these zombies have much of value.
Okay.
Unless you're like super into old rags and.
Is my light still on?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it
That
is.
took less than 5 minutes?
Oh yeah, that battle was very quick.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know how game time works.
A normal round represents everybody taking a turn represents about 6 seconds,
Oh, jeez. Okay.
so it's pretty
But I
fast.
still got my light on.
Yeah. Hey, so do we want to head back, goblin?
I kind of do, because
Yeah.
I think he'd be heading. I don't think he would run to a hole. I think he would run
he's
to.
gonna report
Yes.
Iron Tooth.
directly.
Okay.
Can I say that I guess the guys that I play with at home are idiots, because I am having such a good time. I am considering starting a campaign when I get home.
This is
It's fun.
surprisingly fun. Yeah.
Are you having a good time?
you start
Honestly.
Shocked.
Do you start to
I am
get back after the goblin? I'd like everybody to make perception checks, please.
What? What we? Oh.
I roll a 3 perception.
What do you think about crepes?
You're just so happy. That
9 total.
Those guys that
17.
Yeah, I mean,
You
that look
notice,
like a perceptive guy.
you hear as you're leaving the room, you kind of hear this sort of rustling disturbance sound from back in the room.
From
When you turn
deeper
around,
back?
you see that one of those zombies you killed sits back up.
What?
So what?
And the other one sits back up.
What?
They're like shambling to their feet again.
I did burn one of them, didn't I?
Maybe we have to deal more fire damage or radiant damage.
This can't.
Is this the same encounter?
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, my one.
F.
Oh, wait, but
No, like initiative is the same.
So, Jim,
Hold on a second, though.
you are actually Oman. You get to go first.
Yeah. I'm going to
You're the only
land.
one who noticed this.
Yeah. So I turn around.
Stay down.
Yeah, exactly. With an invocation. Here comes the Lance of Faith.
Okay. Radiant damage.
It's my watchword. 13. Reflex. D8 plus 3, so 9, 14.
All right. You burn a hole clean through this thing, and it falls down again.
Okay, I'm going
And it doesn't look like it's going to
I'm
get
going
back
to
up
continue
anytime
to
soon.
mash it.
I'm
I'm sure my friends know what's
the one
going
who
on.
stood up will shamble back over and try to attack the cleric. This time rolling a 21.
Ow! That's really good.
But only does 6 points of damage.
That's plenty.
And now, Jim, you are out of your sort of state of surprise
Okay.
at seeing this thing come back to life.
There's as much to surprise as Jim Darkmagic.
Jim is going to launch Jim's magic missile.
All right.
So that's 10
versus
reflex.
Hits.
Yeah.
And then
We just had to fight the right kind of enemies, guys.
Yeah.
Undead enemies with no souls.
4 plus 4 fire damage.
Bam!
Or force damage.
Down he goes again.
Okay.
Alright, listen, I'm going to grab the feet,
And then
Binwin, you
goes
grab
over
the
and starts
arms.
smashing.
and let's just pull them until they come apart, and we'll put the different parts in different rooms. I know, I've heard about this.
That's old school.
I heard about this. We're going to bury him in a river.
Okay. The one that you hit with radiant damage is still smoking away there, and he's
This is-
whatever dark energy was powering his fueling his desire to stand seems to have
Well,
evaporated.
can I deliver another Lance of Faith and pin this
You
other
can
one to
do
the
it till
ground?
cows come home.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
You blast them to smithereens. They are not getting back up ever.
I do the whatever the.
And now
Yeah.
we are out of combat. So, if you've taken damage and you want to spend a healing surge to get some hit points back, by all means go ahead.
I do so.
This period that, when you decide to do this, what you're basically doing is saying, I'm taking a short rest.
Yeah.
What a short rest is basically a 5-minute break.
So
where
my
you
light
go-
goes out.
So your
Yeah.
light goes out.
Okay.
And that's why it's in 5 minutes.
I see.
Because you hit these points where if you want to stop and rest.
So that's how it models the healing surge.
Yes.
The parties.
Cool.
Yes.
Taking a moment. Me time.
I mean, it doesn't mean you can't just cast the light again.
I would like to cast the light again.
There you go.
All right. So these guys are
Where
down.
would you like to go next?
We want to go back down here, right? We want to follow
Yeah,
down.
exactly.
Okay. Then I will draw as a map. Goes there.
Radiation.
What is that?
That was bad.
Strange
Ruin
It's like
symbol.
a strange glyph.
God dang it, I'm going to be the first one crossing over that, too. Throw a rock over the glyph?
Yeah, that looks bad, but it also means it's important. You know what I'm saying?
You see, as you make your way down that corridor, that there are now 2 choices of where to go next. And one of the choices has that inscription on the floor.
We need a professional wizard.
I know, do we have a dungeoneering?
Do any of you have a skill called Arcana?
Yes!
I do, yes. It's
My intelligence.
You can make
no
an
modifier.
Arcana check to maybe identify the nature or power of this symbol.
You need to hook us up.
I can roll for Arcana.
You roll yours.
What's your modifier?
I'm +0 against it's my intelligence.
+0 is like a good guess.
Okay.
Those seem magical.
And my intelligence is 10.
So,
Well, what's your
I
Arcana?
understand you're rolling it against your intelligence.
No.
It's your int plus the modifier.
Well, this modifier includes the skill points that have been put in, plus your intelligence.
So, like, I just rolled a 1. So that would be
1
a
plus
10.
0.
10?
My intelligence is 10.
Okay. Then you look at it and you say,
Yep.
that's a rune.
My modifier is +9,
Yeah. So 14.
so 14.
You're not exactly sure either. You know it has some sort of magical power, and if you were to step on one of those squares that it occupies, Avandra only knows what might happen.
Here, well, I'm actually going to ask Avandra real quick.
You don't have her number in your cell phone.
It's just a text. Arcana and trained modifier 5.
Absolutely.
God, this is the worst.
You fall on your ass
You
and hit
guys-
your head.
On the cliff and are destroyed. We have no idea what that fucking thing is.
Yeah, you're not sure.
All right. Well, so
It
how
looks ominous.
So my light casts light within 4 squares. And so we're back here, right?
You could probably have moved up to get a closer look at
Oh,
it.
okay,
It
so
would've
we're
been
up here.
Yeah.
So we have a decision to make.
Yeah.
Let the dwarf take the damage.
Or avoid it altogether.
Man.
Can I jump it?
You could basically sort of try to take a running jump. Absolutely. It's an athletics skill check.
Try it.
I'm gonna try it.
You need to roll a 15 or higher to clear those 2 squares.
Well, my strength is a 16. Oh, okay.
No, you're right. You could probably do it. Whether or not we can do it would be a different question.
Maybe I can get a look down the hall.
Yeah.
All right, so you try.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
You knock it out.
Very good.
He jumps over
Yep.
it.
He runs over the other side
Without any ill effects?
without any ill effects.
Great.
Okay. What do you see? What do your dwarf eyes see?
I don't know.
You see a long passage.
All right.
A long
You
passage.
throw me the rope, and then we'll pull it tight, and then he will traverse the rope over the glyph.
Let me get this out
Yeah.
here so I can draw this.
Yeah, I took PE in junior high. Like, that's my level.
We're looking into athletic.
Acrobatics, I guess.
0 and 0.
Oh, acrobatics is different than athletics?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, well, wait. No, it was athletics, right?
Athletics is things like climbing, jumping, and swimming. Acrobatics is more like balancing, tumbling.
Swinging on a chandelier.
Running, jumping, climbing trees.
Yeah.
Putting on dresses while you're up there.
Another one of those symbols.
Oh, shit.
That one's going to be a little harder to jump
You can do it.
diagonally.
It's the same space.
Yeah, but how about you guys?
How about
We have some decisions to make, right?
We do.
Well, I would... Can I look down this hallway?
You can. Your light goes out to 4 squares. That's what you see.
Oh, I see.
If you sort of tentatively
can-
move down,
Well, hold on. I can cast my light.
you can cast your light on an object and then throw that object. Like if you wanted to take
Pebble.
one of the coins that
Yeah.
you found from the goblins, cast the light on that and chuck it down the hall.
I can throw it 5 squares.
Yeah. And then
So-
it'll light up 4 squares past
I'll
that.
do that. So I'll throw it and it'll land here.
Good move.
Now we're using our brains.
Knowledge is power.
Dead air.
This is a mess.
Yeah,
it?
2 more choices.
Well, this is probably a pretty short
Yeah.
branch there. God only knows what's in there.
Make a perception check for me.
4.
Okay.
Rad.
Are we in the same area?
Silence
Like,
there,
are we?
nothing more.
Uh,
You guys haven't seen any signs of that little goblin.
well, it seems like...
Are we looking for the blood like down this way? So we know that
You saw blood sort of bloop, 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 bloop,
Do
down
we see
there.
any more blood? We haven't seen any more blood.
You have not been able to see any more blood. Would you like to try?
I'm good. Yeah, I need to check. My guess is they went back past both of these goddamn glyphs. That's a 16.
A 16, you see a few droplets, fresh droplets down that way.
Okay, come on back, dwarf.
Really?
I rolled so good.
But, I mean, clearly this is the right path with 2 glyphs.
Maybe that's what Iron Tooth wants us to think.
Iron Tooth is as clever as he is iron. Toothed.
With teeth of iron.
Well, it seems like he would... Well, we don't actually know what these
How about this? Can I look?
They might just tickle you when you walk over them. Maybe they're tickle glyphs.
Obviously the goblin didn't go this way because you see the blood.
Yeah.
But someone has to be able to get past these glyphs, right?
Yeah, but maybe they have something on them that lets them get past
Oh,
them.
as opposed to something in the wall that would turn them on and off.
Well, we could look for both things.
Why don't I do a
Yeah.
perception check on anything around the wall?
Okay.
Although,
Here,
on my side,
Yeah.
Searching the walls on your side?
Yeah. I'm going to try to take this wall apart.
so it's like
here.
a 6. I didn't do it.
Loose stones, missing bricks.
Okay.
You're doing what?
21. I'm feeling around on the wall trying to find
a
something.
switch or
There may not be anything, but
I doubt that
anyway,
on my
that's
side
21. There's probably nothing.
You don't find anything around where you are.
Yeah, it's probably not there then. Or it's extremely well hidden. Tell you to come back, dwarf. If you miss,
All right,
We'll find out what
what happens either way, right?
here,
My athletic's pretty good. There's an 11.
we're scooting back. That's 20.
Yeah, and my
He jumps back
Yeah.
over. Okay.
So what we're adding, my athletics says strength. So that's my base plus whatever I roll?
No. Here, right here, modifier. So just roll your dice.
So
and
the
add
way
that
it's
number.
actually calculated is that
Whatever.
some of your skills you're trained in and some of them you're not.
Yeah,
depending
and
on
I'm
what you've
trained in
chosen.
athletics.
So that gives you, being trained means you get an extra +5
Okay.
on top of everything else.
Awesome.
Okay, so time to head down here.
Okay. You start to boogie down.
All right, I'll
when
go
you
first.
do, parts of these begin to connect.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
notice that they start to connect. I think that's right. Please tell me that's right. Yes. There's another one of those symbols here.
This place is...
And what the heck? This seems to connect. It's almost like you're in a maze or something right now. Ooh. Huh? Yeah. Okay.
It might be that he knows where these glyphs are, and so he's probably running back and avoiding the glyphs. Hopefully, right? We can just follow the blood trail.
That would be incredible. Let's keep a sharp eye. Yeah, I mean, it may be that there is one way through,
Right.
and that blood will help us. If we see blood cross a glyph, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's not like these glyphs are hard to see. It's not like they're traps.
obvious. I'm just going to draw this because you know that's going to connect. All right.
My fear is that if you go the way there are no glyphs, he gets screwed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We're following his blood, though.
Yeah, that's the thing to follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We keep following the blood.
All right.
Should we-
You're able to follow the blood all the way down to here before you need to make, well, actually, all the way, you don't need to make, you can follow the blood. You've already succeeded at your perception check to do so. It goes this way.
That is interesting. So even he didn't choose to go this way.
Yeah.
Right.
So he avoided the glyph.
That's right. Yeah.
I would like to do my light on a coin trick again.
All right.
King.
You guys are going to pay me back for this, right?
You can keep picking
gold?
up the
Oh, I
same
just keep picking
coin.
up the coin.
He's having 5 gold.
It's a costly light experiment.
Weird.
You chuck the coin in. It seems to illuminate an empty, what seems to be an empty crypt.
A storeroom of some kind.
You can't see every nook and cranny because you're not in the room, but you do get the sense that it's just a small corner crypt, and there's a couple little plips of blood on the ground to suggest that the goblin is probably that way.
All right, Binwin.
All right.
Go in there. Maybe we should tie a rope on him first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like
I put
a
myself
toddler at the
square-
mall.
Exactly.
Just keep the rope on her.
I am not afraid.
You will be.
Okay.
Thanks, Yoda.
The dwarf boldly steps
Some would say brashly,
No, they wouldn't.
Some would say bravely.
Some would say brazenly.
like Binwin would say bravely.
I think Binwin Bronzebottom would say bravely.
All right.
All right. Let's see.
Just totally making this up right now.
You do not see the goblin in the chamber.
Do you see a
I'd like you to make a perception check to see if you notice anything untoward.
Now remember that this guy hides.
God dang it! With the flow roll.
That's what we know about him.
He does hide pretty darn well.
So we're all rolling perception, basically.
4.
10. He's the worst. We need to flood that room with light.
Too late. I got bad news for you.
Yeah. Get ready for the sneak attack.
Get ready for the roof that's really a creature.
All right, you guys are checking it all out, looking around. It's like,
Hey, Jim didn't go in there.
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
We're in.
Whoa, Jim! Take it easy.
He's looking around the corner with his cob hacked.
Yeah.
If he's in here, he is a truly gifted, stealthy little goblin, because you're illuminating every corner of the room, and you do not see him.
Hidden passage?
What is
Yeah,
it with
it's
that?
got to be a hidden passage.
Hidden passage.
We need to turn this room over.
Okay. One more perception check for y'all.
I have the perception of a brick, it would seem.
No,
Oh,
that's good. That's that.
Finally.
That's that grade A material.
Come on, I'm a dwarf. I know stone. 20.
Guess what? You're right.
Hidden passage. Making your way.
The standard symbol for a secret door. in
The
that
classic.
wall. Yes. Yeah, it looks like that section of the stone wall actually just sort of pushes on one side, if you so choose. And in fact, when you look at it closely, you can see that there is a little bit of blood near the base of it, and he wasn't able to exactly push it flush with the wall.
Weakened, perhaps, by his bloodied state.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Binwin.
Jim thinks the dwarf should go in.
Yeah. Well, I push the door open